What's up, everybody? On this Sunday, the Iceman here on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel. And tonight, AEW presents the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Now, this entails matches with New Japan Pro Wrestling. I believe there are some Ring of Honor people involved, which obviously is owned by AEW. And one has to wonder, is this going to be called, after it's all said and done, the Forbidden Door or the Forbidden Flop? And here's my reasonings behind this video. I personally, watch some of WWE. I watch Impact Wrestling, and I watch AEW. And unfortunately for AEW, their ratings have not been all that great in recent weeks. And one has to wonder if, because they're showering Dynamite and Rampage with New Japan stars, if this is hurting the fan base for AEW, because let's face it, it's all lately been about New Japan or Ring of Honor and whatnot. And AEW, with their original fan base, like myself, want to see AEW matches for the most part. The ratings have dropped for AEW Dynamite on Wednesday nights. They got as low as I believe it was 600 something thousand a couple weeks ago, or 700, whatever it was. These shows, even though they have New Japan wrestlers on, they're good shows. There's good matches. The only thing is, at the end of the shows lately, we have too many matches which end in New Japan storming out and getting into a brawl with AEW wrestlers. And in my eyes, if people want to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, watch them. They're on Access TV, but I'm sure you can see them on better channels. But I honestly think that this Forbidden Door thing is somewhat hurting AEW. And, for me, I want to see AEW stars. Now, granted, the Forbidden Door was already talked about before Bryan Danielson got hurt, before CM Punk got hurt. So this really changed a lot of things up. But we have Jon Moxley going against Tanahashi for the AEW World Interim Belt. Was this a good idea by AEW? And here's my thoughts on that. Because if Moxley wins, which he probably will, he's got to face CM Punk, champion belt versus championship belt, to unify them. And honestly, I am a CM Punk fan. I'm a Jon Moxley fan. CM Punk realistically can't hang with the big boys. And if they do have a match, what will this do if CM Punk beats Jon Moxley? To me, he shouldn't have beat Hangman Page, to be honest with you. But this is how AEW decides to roll. I think it's a bad move having Moxley. If he does win, I would rather see Tanahashi win, but then we would have a match with Punk and Tanahashi, and so the New Japan stuff will still be going on. I want to see it go away. But this is interesting. It just, to me, it really is. And realistically, again, Punk should not beat Jon Moxley. So, either way, it just, I think it hurts, but Moxley and Punk would be a big draw at the all-out pay-per-view if that indeed happens. It's interesting, though. That match and the other match, unless it's changed, because I haven't read. I know there's updated information on Forbidden Door. I want to see Jay White, Hangman Adam Page, Adam Cole, and Okada in that four-way match. I don't see Jay White losing, and if he does, it would be to Okada. It will not be to Page or Adam Cole. I'm almost seeing the way Jay White has somewhat treated Adam Cole, that maybe Adam Cole turns on Jay White and costs him the match. But then again, who's to say? It's a pay-per-view, and if it's another 4-hour plus pay-per-view, I've always said AEW's pay-per-views are way too long. They do produce good matches, nonetheless. But Tony Khan, he really needs to rethink what he's doing, because his Wednesday Night Dynamite ratings are dropping. And he's got to think about this. Is it because of the Ring of Honor people I've brought in? Or is it because New Japan has really dominated our shows in recent weeks to promote the Forbidden Door? So, I don't know. Will Forbidden Door be a success, or will it be a flop? And I think they're not going to get as many buy rates as a regular AEW pay-per-view, but I'll be the first to tell you if I'm wrong, that this pay-per-view could go through the roof. But again, I don't watch consistently New Japan Pro Wrestling, so there's only a few people that I really know, like Okada, Tanahashi, Jay White. It's, so I don't know. A lot of these guys on the card I never heard of, and that's because the lack of watching. But I'll watch some of this pay-per-view tonight, and I'll make my decision after it's all said and done. If I don't finish it tonight, I'll watch the rest tomorrow. But Tony Khan needs to say to himself, my ratings have dropped the last 2-3 weeks on Wednesday night, and he can't blame it on really any sporting competition. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't have the answer. AEW does deserve over 1 million viewers in viewership. They just don't get it. And I think from the very start, they've lost a number of fans because of the direction that they have actually turned in. And then with the purchase of Ring of Honor, which I think was a waste of time. But again, maybe down the road it works out. He's trying to do too much in a short time, and it may backfire. So anyway, This is the Iceman on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel. Peace out, everybody, and enjoy your Sunday.